welcome in Huntsville. Another wonderful good morning to you. Thanks for waking up with us. What do you love about Huntsville? What makes this a great place to be?
Everyone here is very genuine and very kind and friendly. You never hesitate to speak up and say hello or good morning or just acknowledge the person walking by.
The thing that I love most about Huntsville, I love the peace that Huntsville brings. I love the peace that it gives me.
I feel accepted and part of the town and like I belong here.
Huntsville is where my lovely wife lived when I met her, so I moved here. So I'm pretty thankful for her.
All right.
We're bucking for you in Huntsville, Texas. Hello, I'm Billy Coppin with Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home.
Hey, it's Kay Boning with Tomorrow's Promise Montessori Schools.
Good morning, Huntsville.
Good morning.
Hey, I'm Karen.
I'm Toy. And I'm Denise.
And from all of us at Walker County Federal Credit Union, good morning, Huntsville.
Check this out. Baby bottle. Don't worry.
Let's try to read what it said.
God's gift.
Oh,
God's gift.
that's cute.
Every good and perfect gift comes from above. James 1:17.
That's very cute.
This is part of Baby Bottle Boomerang. Say that one really fast.
Bottle boomerang.
Sounds like a really legit rap song. And I woke up on a Monday with that baby bottle boomerang. That's how, if you want to rap, you just say, Denise is up in this club.
Oh, you're trying to think of what to say.
Yeah. Or you say, when I come through. What does that even mean? Have you ever heard that? Like, when I come through. It's like you're driving through, when I throw it down, when I come through, what you gonna do? Call up Motley Crue. I hope your face don't turn blue. There you go. That's
That's pretty good.
Did I throw it down?
Yeah.
Denise is with us today. Poor thing. She's lost her voice.
Again.
It's all that yelling and screaming.
I know. Everybody would just behave.
You didn't have to come today, Denise.
Of course I did.
I know, but I love having you. But whenever you started talking to that poor thing and her voice is gone,
It's
gone. Her voice is gone. So, as usual, I'll yak it up for us today, okay?
That works.
Yeah, I yak way too much. I'm just going to be quiet. Okay, here we go. Nah, that's too awkward. I couldn't do it.
I was going to count. I didn't think I'd make it to 3. I was right.
Did you really think that in your mind? You're like, I'm not making it till 3.
Yep.
Oh, man. Hey, happy Monday, by the way.
Monday.
Welcome in. Monday here. Big thank you, as always, for all of you for joining us as we get rolling on a whole new week here in Huntsville, Texas. We're always excited. I'm always energetic to be here. I'm not energetic to get up in the morning, but after I get the kids moving and we get to school, and it was a great morning. The children did awesome today, and everything was flowing good. So we are here on episode number 514 on a brand new edition of Good Morning Huntsville. As always, big thank you to Elliot Herzlich from Elliot's Jewelers. He's online at elliotsjewelers.com. Also a proud sponsor of this year's 3rd annual Rays of Hope that will be happening on Thursday, June the 5th. We can't wait to see all of you out at the HEB parking lot And, of course, we also couldn't be here without the foundation support of friends like Denise and Walker County Federal Credit Union. They are your full-service community credit union serving this area since 1957. Long time,
That's
Denise.
a lot of years.
What have you been up to besides losing your voice and not feeling good?
I don't know. What did I do this weekend? Oh, this weekend was my friend's birthday, so I was down in Spring.
Oh,
That's
okay.
fun.
Oh, a little spring.
Spring.
Had
Oh,
to-
Klein. She doesn't like tickling Spring.
Okay, wait a
She's
minute.
technically in Klein.
Wait a minute. Oh, Klein.
Klein, please.
Calvin?
Yeah.
Calvin was
Good
hanging
friends.
out with y'all?
Yep.
CK. Is that still a thing? Do people still wear Calvin Klein? Remember how?
I used to love that. And the other day it popped up, like I was shopping and it was like CK1, and I was like, let me order some. So I had to order some. That was my signature scent for a while.
That's
It still smells good to me.
It's like a perfume. The
Yeah.
CK1.
It still smells good to me.
I always preferred like CK3. That one
Oh,
was
yeah.
CK3 was kind of good because the one was too powerful.
Yeah.
Two was like
They were experimenting. They
Yeah.
tried something.
But 3, that one
Yeah,
was for
that's-
men. It
that
kind of
was
had
the one
that.
for you.
Yeah, it had that like musty oil type smell, like I'm Kyle Croner working out in the oil field, baby. Kyle, good morning if you're out
I'll
there.
have a musty.
No, that's mean. He does not. That is
Aw.
poor Kyle. I'm sorry. See,
You see?
I'm not. I didn't mean it like that, Denise. I just meant like a good, hard-working type man smell.
Manly smell.
Yeah.
Okay.
There was a lady that used to make soaps, and she made a oil soap one time, and that's what it was. It was like a manly oil soap.
Okay.
Yeah, isn't that kind of weird?
Yeah.
And I used it, and when you'd use it, you would turn black, like
Yeah.
because of but then it would wash off.
Wash off. Yeah.
But it had this distinct, like, automotive smell to it or something.
I don't like that.
What do they call that if you're big in a car? A gearhead? Is that what
Gearhead,
yeah,
yeah.
so it had that.
Well, there are those people. Like one of my friends, she really likes to smell like gasoline. Like there's something wrong with you.
She's out there saying, well, I prefer 93 Supreme, but it's so expensive I had to go back to 15% ethanol.
Yep.
I remember the days of going into the store. Maybe it's still a thing, but you couldn't even buy. And I mean, there's a serious part to it. Obviously, people are addicted to some of that stuff, like the smells and all that, which is bad for you. But I remember going into Walmart, and you couldn't even buy spray paint.
Oh yeah.
And I remember on those old school computer screens, remember it was before they had like the cool screens. It was just cash registers. And it would pop up on that little thing that stuck up on a stick with just like a little row of text. And it'd say, is customer 18 Y or N? And then they would always ask. But I guess people in Georgetown trusted me because I wasn't, doing anything with the spray paint I shouldn't have been. And so they would always sell it to me. She'd always hit yes. Because I was always spray painting bike frames and stuff.
What's the
Bikes.
what's the word? What's the how long before they can't prosecute anymore?
So I don't know.
What is that?
Statute of limitation.
That's what I was trying to think of. Yeah.
7 years, I
You're
think.
trying to get somebody in trouble at your Georgetown store for
No.
selling to a minor.
Well, no, because I'm 41 now, so that statute is long gone.
Okay.
But yes, they would. I remember going in there because they knew I painted bikes and stuff, and I wasn't about to. I could go run and grab my parents every time I went to Walmart. Come on, man. Come on.
That's what you do.
Well, hey, welcome in on this faithful, fabulous. I'm going to go through every positive word that I can think of that I usually say on the show. This non-mimosa, marvelous, majestic, magnificent, magical, tactical, tasteful, terrific, wonderful, sometimes wacky, wallabalooza. Never came up with that word.
I'm like, oh, no, I've heard you say that.
Wallabalooza. And we're going to Thursday, thankful, thoughtful, and then Friday, faithful, fantastic, Monday here on the show.
That was a good one. 15.
That's quite a bit, right?
Yeah.
Quite a bit. Welcome in. Hey, do us a favor, like and share this broadcast so we can keep uplifting and promoting the good in our community. This year or this weekend, a lot of great things happening in Huntsville. One of them was the 100th celebrate, 100 years of Huntsville Fire Department. A lot of families, children were down there. They had free hot dogs, activities for the children. Bridget Maloney, a friend of our program, sent me several pictures that we'll post on our Instagram and Facebook pages sometime this week. I, unfortunately, did not get a chance to make it out there. I spoke to Chief Mathis. I really wanted to go, but I was not able to get out there. I had my cousin in town who was visiting, he hadn't come to see me in literally over a decade.
Oh, wow.
We've seen each other, but I've went to see him. And when he got to the house, I was like, dude, you've never met my dogs before. And Mac is gray now, the one that had the cancerous tumor. And he's like, gray. I said, you never even met him, and he's already gray. Yeah. Where have you been? So he came and stayed a day with me on his way up to Dallas. He's moving up to Dallas from Pearsall, south of San Antonio. So he took a major detour to stop by and see me on his way up to Dallas. Nice. So that was great. We got some time to catch up. And I wanted to give a big shout-out this morning also to our local HEB. Leah Linebeck no longer has Sweet Carolyn's Floral Shop. She completely had shut that down. She did close the location, and then she was working out of her home, but she's decided she just completely shut it down now. And so I haven't, I know we have another local florist here, but I don't know them too well. I've went there for a few things. But last Sunday, I was like, I got to get something before church for my wife because during the week was chaotic. And so I went over there, and they had a ton of flowers.
They do,
and they're good people. They're really good. Dara's over there. I think she's one of the ones that either works there or runs that department. Long story short, as I always say every day, and it always ends up being long anyways. I bought some flowers there, and they had these little blue things that stick up in the air. They're supposed to stick. I thought that they were supposed to be like wilty looking, right? You know what I'm talking about? It's like some sort of blue flower on a stem that has a little, it's
like
not,
all the little things along the side, like on the stem.
Yeah. I don't know what those are called.
I don't know either, but I'm just talking about.
But I thought that's how they were supposed to look. And so I bought all those in a really nice vase and all that. And my wife was very happy. She always is. But then she kind of told me, she's like, hey, I love these, but those flowers some of them look kind of bad. They're not supposed to be like that. I said, what do you mean? They look fine. She says, no, they're not supposed to be like that. And so I sent a message to HEB Corporate on Facebook because the local Blooms was already closed. And corporate said, we guarantee those for 7 days. Bring them back, and our partners will take care of you. And I don't want to be that guy. I was like, whatever. But my wife was like, hey, these are kind of dead or whatever, or not right. And so I called them Saturday because it hadn't been a week. It had been 6 days, right? So I called them Saturday. I said, hey, I'm sorry it took me a while to get back to y'all. And they're already closed in the evenings by the time I get off work. And so I finally had some time Saturday. I called them Saturday morning when they opened. And she's like, oh, no problem, sir. Bring them in. We'll just exchange them. Like, no questions asked. Super friendly, nice. And then I completely forgot. She said, come by at 2 p.m. So this lady already going out of her way to, to help me out. And then I forget to go by. And so yesterday after church, I ran by there. And I said, hey, I totally forgot to came by. Actually, I said, I came by last night, but y'all were closed. And I said, I figure you probably made them and they were in the fridge. She's like, oh, no problem. She was so friendly. No questions asked. Boom. And then my wife calls me yesterday because she took the kids out of town for a wedding shower for her sister. And she called me. She goes, hey, did you get a chance to exchange those flowers? See, these flowers were on her mind.
Yes, they were. She'd
been bugging and calling me. And I told her, I said, no, sweetheart. I said, oh, no, I totally forgot about those stinking flowers. I'm so sorry. So when she got home, she had a nice surprise. But here's the whole kicker to the story. She tracks me on the Life 360 app, so she saw me at HEB.
She knew you were up there.
She already knew. I can't even get away with going to Taco Bell, which, by the way, 26% cash back on Upside right now. Oh. I got Taco Bell for $12 the other day.
Nice.
Yeah. That means I ate $18 worth of Taco Bell. But I got like $4 back. If you don't have the Upside app, it's legit. Have you ever heard of it?
I've heard of it.
It works. Man, I've gotten back like $200. I get back like $100 a year.
Nice.
On gas, food. You go to Papa John's, they always got like 20% back, plus the coupons you use online. Cool. I mean, you can walk out of Papa John's with a $10 pizza now.
Nice.
Legit. So that was my weekend in a nutshell. It sounded very eventful, and it was fun, Denise. So
good.
That's it. All right. Well, that'll wrap up the show. Just kidding. Our friend Cassidy from the Huntsville Walker County Chamber of Commerce is here. She can have a seat. She doesn't have to stand in the hall. She is here this morning, and we'll be talking to Cassidy in just a little bit. Some great events happening coming up with our local chamber as well. And then I want to remind everybody, Wednesday. Wednesday. Is that like National Diaper Day too? Get it? Just think about how I'm saying that.
I got it.
Wednesday. Maybe National Diaper Day also every Wednesday. I only think of that because of children. Wednesday, is a really exciting day. We want all of you to come out to Rather Park at 6 p.m. We are having Party at the Park. Little Party at the Park. And we want to invite all of you here at First. We have secured the facility over there, and we are going to bring grills. And so the guys are cooking for the gals, and we're going to be grilling and singing some worship music. Don Jackson is one of our associate pastors here at First. He's also the new principal at Mans Park Middle School. Don will be bringing a message along with Pastor Bay, and it's open to the community. It's not just for our church here. We want to be involved, and we want everyone, whether you go to church or not, and whether you're a believer or not, come and hear a great message of hope and encouragement. And I think you're going to leave a changed person. It's going to be a really awesome night. So again, that is Wednesday, 6 p.m. at Rather Park. We're gonna rock it over there at Rather Park.
All right.
And it's BYOB, by the way. BYOB. We've secured that through the church. We've been allowed to say that. We've got permission. BYOB. Bring your own Bible.
There you go.
So bring your own Bible on Wednesday night. So come on out. And that's what Jason was joking about on Sunday. Well, hey, we're going to take a break, but I got something for you. Oh, what you seeing on there? What you seeing on there, Denise?
I see a lot of things on
Girls just want to have... What's the key word?
Oh, girls just want to have fun.
Fun. F-U-N. And you can be in if you text in fun this morning. All you got to do is text in fun on the Your Name Here phone and text line. We're still looking for that sponsor. We've been 2 weeks without one because the 0 Degree has 0 Degree is not. Rick is winding that down, and so
No more candy.
No more candy. So we do have that available. I've had several people interested, but we'd love to have you. It's high recognition and daily recognition on our morning show and also on social media. If you'd like to sponsor our phone and text line, let us know. We would love to have you do it, and it's not so we make extra money. It's so we can actually pay for the service that we utilize for that. But you can sponsor it. But text in the keyword fun. I am giving away where's it at? Hold on, Denise. Man, I got stuff in my pockets. Cafe Texan gift card.
Okay.
So we got a Cafe Texan gift card courtesy of our friends over there. Big shout out to Tiffany Gobble and Vance Howard. $25 coming somebody's way today. And all you got to do is text in the keyword fun along with your name to 936-339-0139. We'll take a brief break. Cassidy joins us when we come back from the chamber. And I'll also later in the show talk about why I had that baby bottle with me today.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I just thought you were just going to cruise right by.
I left it hanging. I'm going to tell you why I got this
Okay.
baby. And it's nothing to do with Bridget and I. Do not worry. It's nothing like that. Sweetheart, I love you, but let's just keep it simple right now. We got two, and I wouldn't mind having another one maybe in about a year. But this is not anything to do with that. Okay? This is for something very, very worthwhile in our community. So we'll take a break. Stay with us. More to come. It's your show here on a marvelous Monday. This is Good Morning Huntsville. Stay with us, please. We'll be back in just a few moments.
Hey, I'm Denise Olivas, Business Account Specialist at Walker County Federal Credit Union, and our business is helping you take care of your business. In addition to personal accounts, Walker County Federal Credit Union also offers business accounts and business lending for commercial customers. We're devoted to taking care of the needs of our individual members and helping our business members with their financial success too. Call us today and find out how easy it is to work with Walker County Federal Credit Union. Member NCUA.
Hey friends, Rob Hipp, Media and Community Outreach Minister here at First Baptist Church, Huntsville. Let me ask you, when's the last time you felt real hope? Maybe it's been a while since you've been to church, or maybe you've never felt connected to a church at all. Well, friends, that's okay. Here at First Baptist, we're a harbor of hope, and we welcome everyone just as they are. We have programs throughout the week for all ages to come together, ask questions, grow in faith, and find the hope that only Jesus Christ can bring. Whether you're looking for a fresh start or a community to call home, we'd love for you to join us. Come experience something real. For more information, visit fbchuntsville.org. First Baptist Church Huntsville, a harbor of hope.
In this harbor of hope, we are safe inside.
Illuminate your child's future at Tomorrow's Promise Montessori Schools in Huntsville. Established in 1997 by Kay Boning, our award-winning center merges Christian values with 25 years of Montessori excellence, promoting wonder and discovery in every child. As the only Montessori school within 45 miles, we provide a fun and friendly environment, individualized Montessori methods, and love and care as if each child were our own. Safety is a priority, and with a recent $50,000 investment, our facilities inspire growth, creativity, and learning. Plus, as a nonprofit, we open Montessori doors to families of all economic backgrounds. Partner with the community pillar where every child's promise shines bright. Discover Tomorrow's Promise Montessori Schools today. Visit tpms.life. That's tpms.life.
Wow! I got this great idea for a party! Not that kind of party! So I'm at this park with this huge stage. There was this guy playing music. I think he's playing Billy Gaither. Maybe it's Jimmy Clifton? No, definitely Brandon Lake. So the youth pastor walks up to me and asks, "Is this your first time with us, Mr. Hip?" "Yeah." This lady comes over and tells me about the activities. Blah, blah, bouncy house, blah, 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 grilling and refreshments. Sounds super fun. Our music leader goes on about how proud we are to have this event and have us all together. You know the food was good. I just realized there's one thing missing. You! So, that's my idea. Will you show up? Please!
Hello, First Baptist Huntsville. This is Jeremy Stallnecker with the Mighty Oaks Foundation, and I'm sitting in my home studio today recording some different things for our organization. But I wanted to stop quickly and say hello and tell you how excited I am to be with you on May 25th. That is Sunday of Memorial Day weekend, and we're going to have a wonderful time together. I feel very honored to be able to spend this time with you. As you know, this is an important weekend, a very important holiday, as we remember the sacrifices of the men and women who've gone before us, those who gave their lives, paid the ultimate sacrifice that we could enjoy the freedoms that we do. Very, very important time, and I am excited to be able to spend that time with you. We're going to talk about Memorial Day, what it means, why it's important, and how we can live our lives in light of the sacrifices made by others. Again, very excited to be with you this Memorial Day weekend, Sunday, May 25th.
This is KHSP LP, Huntsville, Texas, the spirit of Huntsville.
This is Kay Boning with Tomorrow's Promise Montessori Schools, and you're listening to Spirit Radio.
Support for SpiritRadio.fm comes from loyal listeners just like you. Want to help spread the good news across Huntsville and beyond? Underwriting opportunities are available for loyal listeners, businesses, and nonprofits. Visit SpiritRadio.fm and tap Donate today.
Spirit of Huntsville, Spirit of Huntsville, Spirit 94.3.
Welcome back as we continue on a new chapter in our city's beautiful story this morning. Good morning, Huntsville. 78 beautiful degrees, 87% humidity. Ooh, it's a little less, feels more though for some reason. About 20% chance of rain, thunderstorms tonight, today, tomorrow. Not really a whole lot going on. 76 tonight. Wow, that's going to be chilly.
Get your sweaters.
Boy, I can get your sweater. You have to say it like this, get your sweaters.
Get your sweaters.
I'm trying to think of a name that starts with an S that would be cool to flow with that.
Soothing.
That's my cousin's. That's my aunt's name. Thuthan.
Thuthan.
She'll get mad at me if I ever say that. Thuthan. Get your sweater, Thuthan. Kathy's here with us today. Welcome. Kathy. Welcome in, Kathy. Good to see you from the chamber, all the way from down the street and around the.
Right, 2 blocks over.
Around the Hyundai Kona is what I used to say back in the day. Remember the car, the Kona? The Hyundai Kona? Kona?
I don't know that I do.
Like, I want to say yes because I feel like
Hyundai.
I want to give you that one, but I don't know.
I don't remember the
we got the Kona, Kona. It's a legit. If you know about the Kona, Kona, it's a car from Hyundai. Let me know. It's a pretty cool little car. But we got the Santa Fe though. But the new Santa Fe's, that thing they need to get that thing off the market.
Really?
Yes, it's horrible. The new style, it looks like you're driving around a brick.
Yeah.
You know, so. Well, Cassidy is with us. Gutierrez?
Yes.
I got it right.
You did
All right.
great.
Good to see you, Cassidy. Welcome in. Hold that a little bit closer. We got.
Is this better?
Oh yeah, that's way better.
Love it. Okay.
So Cassidy is with the chamber. You've hung out with us before, and
Yes, sir.
y'all just can I touch both of y'all's phones real quick?
You
Is that
may. Yes, sir.
All right, check this out. This is how you know.
It's meant to be.
It is.
Best friends here this morning.
Right, already, yeah.
Denise, although Denise, I'm going to just say something though. Denise's is a little more legit. It's got more flair.
I know. I was thinking the same thing. Yeah.
And I still drop it on my face so much.
Why don't guys get cool stuff like this, man?
Do you want us to get you one?
Yeah, please.
Okay. No problem.
Give me what were we
You
talking
need
about, Denise? Though it's like have something that's like musty and oily.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
So what's your signature color going to be? Just like oil. But you know what? Oil has
Charcoal.
that real pretty like.
I'm picturing what you're saying. Yeah.
See?
Let me go with
This.
I got it.
This is what it's
She got,
supposed to
yes,
be, yeah.
it's got
Okay,
the.
yes. Let me go with the charcoal, please. Well, Cassidy's here. I promise she's here with the chamber today, hanging out with us.
I really am.
There's a lot going on. Give us some updates just in your life before we talk chamber. What's been going on? It's good to have you back again.
Yes, I'm excited to be here. So, in my life, I'm sure, like for so many of you guys, it's such a busy time of year, but it's awesome. It's beautiful. I wouldn't trade it. But not medical advice. Caffeine doesn't count. Caffeine limits, I don't know them right now. So, I mean, just this weekend, we had baseball tournament, we had a dance convention, all the things, pool time, birthday parties, end of school, celebrations, banquets. So, yeah, lots of exciting things.
There's a lot of news floating around, from our hood over there on the neighborhood page about that pool. It's always fun to read the comments.
I know. We actually went the other night. And
Were you the one that commented about the chairs?
I didn't comment.
Do you know what I'm talking about, though?
No, I didn't see the
Yeah,
chair
somebody
comment.
was like, they're letting people in here that aren't members. And I saw kids. And we cleaned out 4 chairs out of the bottom of the pool, and then they update. I'm not. Whoever wrote this, I'm not. I promise, I'm not barking at you. I think it's kind of funny though, but it's a legitimate concern.
Yeah, because why are we throwing chairs in the pool?
Yeah, why? Because then somebody has to pick them up.
Yeah.
That's what we had to deal with over the weekend, Denise. Boy, it's so tough.
I know they did close it. Somebody got sick to their tummy by the time we went out there. So then we went down to Manor, and so we were jam packed down there. But it was still a great time.
And if you bring a glass bottle, I learned this the hard way at an apartment complex, you'll get in trouble because the glass will and they have to drain the entire pool. One little bottle, if it busts in that pool, any pool, they have to drain the entire thing and get that glass out, even if it's one little piece.
Wow.
And then boom, it ruins it for everybody. But we didn't do that. I didn't do that. I don't drink those. I love the Mexican colas, but I ain't bringing my Mexican cola bottle to the pool. Don't worry.
Don't do it.
And you can't break those anyways.
I was going to say, those things are indestructible.
Yeah, you can drop those from 30,000 feet up in the air, and it's like, no problem.
That's what our cell phone cases should be made out of.
That is.
Yeah.
Well, Cassie, I know you guys have been so busy at the chamber, and so thankful for you and Jason, Jonathan, the entire staff over there. Y'all have just done incredible work. Shannon, don't want to leave Shannon out. Shannon has been just a staple as well. But a lot going on. Give us some updates on how things at the chamber are going. You've been there, how long has it been now?
Since early January 6th, I think.
Okay, because I was going to say 4 or 5 months, so that's about right.
Yes,
so what has the last 4 or 5 months been like for you? Whirlwind?
Oh, whirlwind. Yeah, like an absolutely beautiful whirlwind. It feels like it's been longer, but not in a bad way. I've just met so many incredible people and had the opportunity to be in places that I wouldn't have even imagined, right? Very quickly. And And just to see so many great business minds in our community. And one of my favorite things, probably my favorite, is to see how our community comes together.
Yeah.
When it comes right down to the wire. So we were able to see that at Diva Night. Of course, we see that in our monthly board meetings. But when we see these community events, even, the fire department celebration, that wasn't a chamber, that was a city event.
Yeah.
But it's really cool to see how many different people from the community come together and show up for each other, regardless of what sector you're working in. It's one of my favorite things.
That's awesome. Well, 5 months in, and you have just literally hit the ground running. A lot going on, several events in the pipeline, and wanted to have you on today to kind of talk about some of those events. So let us know what's cooking at the chamber, what you guys have going on, and some things that folks should really want to be involved in for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. So one of our upcoming events will actually be at the end of the month on May 30th. We have a family night at the Loman Student Center in the Cat Club. So it's a really fun way to kickstart summer. And it's $15 a person, and that includes everything, guys. So that's parking, food, bowling, arcade games, bowling
food?
shoes.
What kind of food y'all whipping up?
Oh,
okay.
Yeah, from SHSU Hospitality.
All right.
So that's dinner, playtime, everything. Kids will already be out of school by that point, so it's a great way to, get them an activity, get them going. And that facility is actually open throughout the summer. So that's one of the things that we really wanted to showcase with this event, was this incredible facility that we do have right here in our backyard, that I know I personally don't take advantage of enough of. So I'm really excited about that coming up. And then, of course, we have our clay shoot.
Yeah, I'm just
on
showing.
June 20th. Yeah, so
let's
we've got family night.
Yeah, and that's coming up. I'm showing this graphic right now. For those of you on Spirit Radio, obviously you can't see this, but just close your eyes. Well, don't if you're driving. But visualize family night, May the 30th, 6 to 9 p.m. It's over at the Loman Student Center, the Cat Club. And you do need to pre-register. But again, what did you say, $15, and that's everything all in? Now, is that per person?
That's per person.
And is there an age cutoff? Is it like 12 and under free, or is it every?
Two and under is free.
Perfect.
2 and under is free. That's a great question. Yeah, and then we do have, of course, a group rate, so you can get 4 tickets for $55. So we have that group rate available as well.
Awesome. That sounds like a lot of fun at the end of this month. You can go to the website, super easy to register at HuntsvilleWalkerChamber.com. Cassidy, other events happening as well, not just the family fun night.
Yes, but wait, there's more.
But wait.
Do you have like a drum roll?
It's $19.99, but wait, there's more.
Yes, so we have our first ever clay shoot, and it is the Chamber Clay Classic that will be held at Abel's on June 20th. This is sponsored by Wisniewski, and this is going to be an incredible event. We've had so much excitement from the community already for this. And there will be a special performance, I will just say. Yes, in addition to...
I knew George Strait was coming back.
Yeah, well, let's not hype him up too much. Promises I can't fulfill, right? So I'll do my best, guys, but I don't know about that one. But yeah, so there'll be a special performance that day. And again, these prices, we really want to take care of you guys. So it includes everything, breakfast, lunch, your golf cart for a team of 4. And there is individual registration. So if you can't find a team, no worries. If you want to register individually, we will partner you with 3 new best friends. And you can do individual registration there. And then, of course, you can get a team of 4 together as well for the $1,000 price.
Yeah, not bad at all. This is over at Abel's, and how many shots was there?
75.
That's only, friends, that's only a little over $3 a shot. I mean, where are you going to beat that at, That's cheaper than going down to your local establishment. $3 a shot, not bad.
Yeah, it's exciting. It's on a whole day, like I said, so that includes everything, including the special performance.
Yeah, that's cool.
I know.
What if you've never went clay shooting? And that includes does that include the ammo?
It does include ammo, eyewear, earwear, so ear protection, eye protection, and
the gun, everything? Everything?
Not the gun. So everything but that. Event specific apparel. So that'll include a hat, a T-shirt.
So you got to bring your own. You bring your own. I don't know how this works. Do you bring your own gun?
BYOG.
Yeah. BYOG. So you bring your own gun, okay?
Yes. Everything else, though, we will supply. I just need you to get there and
that's cool.
BYOG. Other than that, we've got you taken care of.
Perfect. Well, there you go. Man, this is such a cool event. I think Denise and I need to go to this. And
I think so.
Can we just get a golf cart and
cruise around?
Cruise around. I love that. Yeah, that's what I'm hoping to do. I'm just kidding.
I just want to get a golf cart and just you and I, Denise, and put character stickers on the side of it. just for fun of like you and me going like this, and then just take that thing, do donuts with it.
Yeah.
I love it. So now that's officially part of the event.
It's your entertainment. It's Denise and I cruising around in the golf cart with donuts going on in the golf cart in the middle of the dirt.
You'll
There you
ruin
go.
the surprise.
Oh,
I'm just kidding. No, I love it. And we do still have sponsorships available for this event as well.
Awesome.
And teams are selling pretty fast. So make sure, like I said, get you and your friends together, or, people that you love to compete with, get them together, and say, we will have trophies, of course, for the top scoring teams. And then we will segment them out from there as well. So.
That's so cool. These are such great, new events coming to the chamber, which is, there's like this fresh, cool energy of all these new things happening in our community, whether it be new buildings coming up or new organizations, and then new events that you guys are putting together. So who is the brainchild behind some of these?
So I will say for the family night, that was a partnership with the marketing director at the Loma Student Center. So I was working with them, they were working with me, and so we cooked this one up.
Cassie's
really
being
she's
being humble. I just trying to say, well, it was me. So, but y'all, I know it's a team effort.
It is a team effort. It really is. It takes a total team to make these things happen. And then actually Matt Childers is the one that approached me about the clay shoot. Yeah, he presented me with like the sheet, and he was so excited. And so we went out to Abel's and did a tour, and it just really, it felt like the right thing.
That's so cool.
Yeah, so we're excited.
Really cool. So those two events kind of up and coming pretty quick. Is there anything else in the pipeline? I know, of course, I don't want to overwhelm people, but Fair on the Square is always a big event. I know you guys are already gearing up for that, but maybe highlight some other things that y'all are planning and working on.
So we have a women's luncheon in August, actually. August 28th, we have a women's luncheon. So that's very excited. This will be our third one.
Cool.
Yeah, so this will be the third year that we've done that. I say we. Third year that it has been in place, my first year doing it. But yeah, so that'll be a very exciting event, and we're really excited this year to implement a scholarship component to that.
Oh, cool.
Yes.
That's
so
really
stay tuned
cool.
for that. That is already up on the website as well. So more information to come, of course, as we build these events out, and that's actually sponsored by the SBDC. So,
Sweet.
yes.
Yeah, that's the Small Business Development Center, and Rhonda Ellisor and her staff over there, incredible folks. And friends, I want to encourage you. Maybe you're watching this morning. Maybe you're saying, I've always wanted to start a business, but I don't know how to get plugged in. For me, and this has always been my formula, anytime you start a business, you need to get plugged into at least two things. And this is just my opinion, but I always say, number one, you have to get plugged in to your local chamber. The local chamber is such a valuable resource, and the biggest resource that you're going to get out of it are the friendships and the connections that you make. I've talked to business owners in the past, Cassie, that say, well, I just don't have time to do that. I don't use the phrase make time because you can't make time, but what you can do is you can schedule time. And when I had my IT company, when we first started, it was just my cousin and me. And so it was very difficult for us to get away from the office, especially when we had customers coming in. Well, I just started, it was simple. I put a sign on the door. I said, we're going to be gone for 2 hours. We'll be back. And you know what? Not one person ever barked at us about that. And we had people come by and, well, I went by and y'all were gone. And maybe we lost a business or two out of that, but I guarantee that we made up for it because we were at these events, meeting people, networking with people. That started to build the business. We were able to hire people, so then we could keep the store open all day long and not have to put a sign up that says, hey, we're closed. I think people respected it because they're like, man, this is just a mom and pop starting up, and they're trying to get out in the community. Right. So don't worry about putting a sign on your door saying that you're going to be closed for an hour to go to an event, to go to a chamber breakfast, to go to a lunch, to be involved. Because the only way your business is going to succeed, in all honesty, is you've got to get out and meet people. You have to get to know people. And it doesn't mean you have to be the who's who in town or even get to know the who's who. You just need to know somebody. And that somebody is going to help you and build a good, genuine friendship and a relationship that's literally going to last a lifetime as long as you have your business. The chamber is the most valuable resource in any community to be a part of. And I know sometimes people get these preconceived notions about, well, it's a clique and it's only these people and it's only that people. Go and be a part of it. Yes. And I guarantee our chamber, you won't feel like any of that. If you've heard that in other communities, I'm not knocking any other community, but I'm just saying if you've heard that or you have this idea that it's not what you think, ignore all that noise, go for yourself, and watch the friendships that you're going to form. I would have never got to know Denise and Walker County Federal Credit Union and many other people if I hadn't got involved in the chamber, Cassidy.
Yeah, no, I really appreciate that. And I will say just in my short time with the chamber, I can see it really from a different perspective. But, I get to see at the breakfast, for example, people will celebrate each other. And I mean, sincerely celebrate each other if it's their first time there, or if they're coming and maybe they're not a member yet, which you're allowed to do. Of course, you don't have to be a member to come to the breakfast, and they're talking about their business, or they just opened something, and to see the way that everybody in that room claps for each other, and they're afterwards exchanging numbers, and hey, I know, it's so quick the way that it just, hey, I know somebody that might need you, or I might need you in the future, and it really is incredible.
I mean, if it's competition, though, the clap's kind of like, like that. Now, if it's not, then it's like, no, I'm just kidding. Yeah. So if you ever see anybody clapping like that, that's probably a competitor of mine. No, I'm just kidding. But come out and be a part of it, and you're right. And here's the thing. People are naturally going to form friendships with groups. And so, you're going to see some people always hanging out with the same people. That's just natural, right? That's just how life goes. But I'll tell you this, in our chamber, people are going to get up from the table. They're going to come talk to you, and they want to get to know you. They may not hang out with you at every single event. They may not always be your best buddy, but I'm going to tell you what, they want to see you succeed, and that's what I love about our local chamber. So get plugged in, be a part of it. It's a very minimal investment. And then on top of that, I said two things, right? The second thing is you got to get involved in some sort of a service organization, whether it's Rotary, the Lions Club, some towns have the Optimist Club. Any of those, I've always said, just get plugged into two things to start out with. Chamber should be number one, service organization number two, and you're going to have a great opportunity for your business to be successful, unless you just have some product that absolutely nobody wants. I've seen that before. Like, I've talked to a friend, somebody was like, oh man, check out that. I was like, dude, nobody wants that. And then he put me in my place like, well, man, you always taught me that if the demand isn't there, you got to create the demand. I said, brother, nobody wants this. It was something, I won't even say what it was. And he finally decided not to do it. So also be a good friend to somebody. Yeah. And if you feel like, buddy, don't be wasting your time, then be honest with that person and say, man, maybe be like Mr. Wonderful on Shark Tank. Just be like, put this one to the side and go pursue something else.
Yeah, what else are you thinking about doing? Let's look at all of your ideas.
Yeah.
Let's see what else is there. Yeah.
So, but don't get discouraged. Be part of the chamber and be plugged in. It is a great organization. And also, you talked about, folks like Matt Childers. I know Stephanie Pitts was there as the chair last year, and Matt is in that role now. They just make everybody feel like they're part of something special. And I think that's important in any organization.
Yeah, no, I absolutely agree. And so we've got Matt as our immediate past chair, and then so Christy Atkins is our chair now.
That's right. Okay.
Yes.
See, I'm back a couple.
I just want to give Christy credit. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Christy
same
Atkins,
thing. It continues on, right? So she wants to see the chamber succeed, and she's excited about these, new events and making sure that
she's super excited about the clay shoot.
Yeah. So it is really cool to see that enthusiasm from our chairs.
That is cool. Well, Cassidy Gutierrez, she's doing a great job with the chamber. Go by and see them. Go visit all the staff over there. They're always happy to see you. And hey, if you're new to the community and you just want to know what's going on, obviously you follow us here on Hello Huntsville, but we don't keep up with every single thing. We try to, but the chamber also has a lot of great resources. I encourage you to go over there, open up the door. There's a whole wall of things going on and different businesses, and you can pick up a card for everything here in Huntsville and figure it out.
Absolutely.
It's a great way. And I know Walker County Federal is also very involved in the chamber, supporting a ton of events. And that's what marketing is about, right? It's top of mind awareness. And I always challenge people on this, because if you think of soda, what's the first word that comes to mind? Soda. What's the first word? Coke. Everybody says Coke, right? Or if you think of tissue, what comes to mind? Kleenex. Yeah. See, that's because
this is a fun game. I'm 2 for 2.
Yeah.
Going. No, I'm just kidding.
But when is the last time you ever saw or when can you recall when you saw a Kleenex commercial or a Coke commercial? You've probably seen one in the last 2 months, but you don't realize it.
Right.
And that's the way marketing works. It's all about just getting your name out there. And so the chamber, you get your name out there, people will know who you are. I will say this, because I've always had this from people, and I won't say that it's specifically here, but it's in general, anywhere. I've always had people that have challenged me when I've said to be a part of these organizations. And one of them's like, well, I joined the chamber and I never got any calls. Guess what, buddy? I never saw you at any events. Simply joining an organization, paying a membership fee, I'll be the first one to tell you, you're not going to get any business. The chamber is going to refer you if people call them, but the real engagement comes when you get up and get out. You have to get up and get out. Once you go to work, the chamber goes to work big time for you, and it's through those relationships is where that money is really going to go to work. And so every single person that's ever told me that, everybody, I can count. I was thinking about when I came from in Georgetown. I had like 4 or 5 people, and I'm thinking of them right now, and I never saw one of them at an event.
Yeah.
I said, it didn't work because you never showed up. Get up and do something. That's my rant today. Rob's rant on a Monday.
I love it. Rob's rant. Is that what you're changing it to?
Yeah. I told you a while ago I'm changing my attitude.
I
right?
don't like it. I don't.
I'm just kidding. Denise is like, poor Denise, like, I'm leaving this show.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, let's go. We're out.
So, but do it, join it, and I guarantee you're going to see some things really work well if you get up, and especially in Huntsville, people want to help each other here, right?
They really do. Yeah. And I mean, that's one of the things, too, that I've been working to implement as well is just being more of an information hub. And so putting the weekend highlights up there, even if it's not something we're doing, you know, what's happening around the community. So definitely follow our socials as well to stay up to date with what's happening and support others in the community. Like this past weekend, there were so many incredible things happening. I think every weekend when I go to make those posts and put everything that's going on, I'm like, wow, we've got some really incredible.
Once you get into this time of year, there's something every weekend.
Yes. Yeah.
So do it. Be a part of it. Huntsville. WalkerChamber.com, is that right? HuntsvilleWalkerChamber.com.
Right. Yes.
And be a part of it. So, hey, have you been to Cafe Texan? Got any breakfast over there before?
I love Cafe Texan.
Rick's Bacon, that's a trademark. Good. That sounds kind of funny. You ever had Rick's Bacon? It's a trademark over at Cafe Texan. You can ask for Rick's Bacon. You will literally, they cook his own bacon over there, and they will know what you're talking about. Okay. Vance Howard has such a tremendous asset to this community, and he doesn't want the recognition. But by the way, he matched Rotary during their wine quest. They raised over $100,000, the most ever, to give back to local programs and scholarships. Friends, these are people that really care. You know, you think of a guy like Vance, he could have chose anywhere to live, anywhere. You know, he has the resources to do that. If he wanted to live on an island somewhere, he probably could. But he chose to be here in Huntsville. And I think about people who want to give back and invest in this community. That means a lot. And when we've got a great organization like the Cafe Texan that's ran as a nonprofit, that's pretty cool in itself. They give back each month, the local area 501c3s. They said when I had, and this whole gift card thing started maybe a year and a half ago because we had Vance on as a guest. And he goes, why don't you call my staff and give away 8 cards a month on your show? And we've continued to do that every single month. Awesome. Well, some months I don't call, but mostly every month. And so we appreciate Cafe Texan. $25 today. And you can go over there and say, I'd like to get some of that Rick's Bacon I heard about on Good Morning Huntsville. And people will look at you like you're weird. But all you got to do.
Don't ask. Keep going.
Yeah. Text in the keyword fun. We're having fun on a Monday. Text in the keyword fun, F-U-N. And put in your name on there, too, to 936-339-0139 for your chance to win. We'll call a winner here at the end of the show. Cassie, thanks for hanging out with us.
Thanks for having me. It was
good to see
you.
Thought you were going to leave me hanging.
No,
Denise,
never.
Denise going to stay. I just wanted to shake Denise's. I never get to shake your hand. That was kind of fun. It's like, hi, Denise. Denise is with me all the time.
Good morning.
Yeah.
Hello again.
Holla at you. Hey, do you know what it's the National Day of real quick since I'm on this random ADD trip right now? Do you have any idea what it may be, guys?
I don't know.
It is today. It's National Birthdays and Events Day. That makes no sense.
Good. That's why I'm here.
Yeah.
I knew that, and that's why I'm here
Events Day.
today.
Look at that.
Oh, check this one. It's National Roadie Day.
Oh.
Man, I can't wait to be a roadie. It's also National Devil's Food Cake Day today. Oh, that chocolate, man. You better put that away. And also, this one's probably a serious one. National May Ray Day. May Ray Day.
May Ray Day.
What is that about? Let me see here. May Ray Day. Oh, it's just a way to get out and enjoy the bright sunshine.
I love it. So we're all working outside today.
Yeah, Perfect. May Ray Day.
I'll wave at you from inside. I'm not working outside.
Like, forget all that noise. That sounds like
absolutely not.
Denise, that sounds like the next top 15 hip hop pop song.
May Ray Day.
May Ray Day. May Ray Day. See? Cassidy's like, shut this off.
No, I want to hear it. I want to hear it.
What was the boomerang that you just talked
Baby
about?
bottle boomerang. May Ray Day.
May Ray Day.
On this May Ray Day. Bay.
This is so good. I need an instrument.
Oh, we should do like, who is it? Jimmy Fallon, or which one does, where they just have like children's instruments?
Oh, yeah, we should. You just pick up a little.
Yeah. And they do like a whole segment. They'll actually have somebody sing with just nothing but children's instruments.
I love it.
We could do that.
Well, happy May Ray Day. And Bridget, happy May Ray Day, baby. See? There you go.
It works.
It's wonderful. All right, we're going to take a break, I promise. Cassidy's got to get to work. Walker County Federal Credit Union makes it possible to have friends like the Chamber with us here on the show. We appreciate their generous support as well. We'll step aside. We'll take a break. More to come as Denise and I will call a winner and celebrate more great things here in Huntsville. When we come back, stay with us. It's Good Morning Huntsville.
Illuminate your child's future at Tomorrow's Promise Montessori Schools in Huntsville. Established in 1997 by Kay Boning, our award-winning center merges Christian values with 25 years of Montessori excellence, promoting wonder and discovery in every child. As the only Montessori school within 45 miles, we provide a fun and friendly environment, individualized Montessori methods, and love and care as if each child were our own. Safety is a priority, and with a recent $50,000 investment, our facilities inspire growth, creativity, and learning. Plus, as a nonprofit, we open Montessori doors to families of all economic backgrounds. Partner with the community pillar where every child's promise shines bright. Discover Tomorrow's Promise Montessori Schools today. Visit tpms.life. That's tpms.life.
Hey, I'm Denise Olivas, Business Account Specialist at Walker County Federal Credit Union. One of the best things I hear from our members is how they love being treated like they're important, like their family. Sure, our members love things like low rates on loans too, but combine that with the friendliest and most helpful service in town, and you've got Walker County Federal, taking care of our members. It's what we do. We are Walker County Federal Credit Union, member NCUA.
Hey friends, Rob Hipp, Media and Community Outreach Minister here at First Baptist Church, Huntsville. Let me ask you, when's the last time you felt real hope? Maybe it's been a while since you've been to church, or maybe you've never felt connected to a church at all. Well, friends, that's okay. Here at First Baptist, we're a harbor of hope, and we welcome everyone just as they are. We have programs throughout the week for all ages to come together, ask questions, grow in faith, and find the hope that only Jesus Christ can bring. Whether you're looking for a fresh start or a community to call home, we'd love for you to join us. Come experience something real. For more information, visit fbchuntsville.org. First Baptist Church Huntsville, a harbor of hope.
In this harbor of hope, we are safe inside.
Hi, I'm Billy Cawthon, manager of Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home. We know times of loss are tough, and you need a place to feel comfortable and cared for. At Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, we pride ourselves on being with you during those really tough days. You can rest assured that we will be on your side and by your side every step of the way. Thank you for your trust. Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, supporting families every day, every step.
Since 2010, the Oak Ridge Disciple House has helped men break free from addiction, not with quick fixes, but lasting change through Jesus Christ. They've celebrated 167 graduates at Oak Ridge and 138 more at Interfaith with an 80% success rate. That's compared to just 5% in most secular programs. The fact is, Jesus works. And now, celebrating 15 years, they're building their third house in Tennessee and just launched a women's program, Restoration Ranch in Texas. It's all for God's glory. And here's the heart of it. They never turn anyone away for lack of money. In fact, 95% of families receive scholarships. As one person put it, don't talk about it, be about it. Every penny counts. Donate today at oakridgedisciplehouse.com and help change a life forever. The Oak Ridge Disciple House. Online at oakridgedisciplehouse.com. Real recovery, real hope.
This is KHSP LP, Huntsville, Texas, the spirit of Huntsville. Braylon, say this is Spirit Radio.
This is Spirit Radio.
Morning's here, the air is thick. Huntsville's heat, it's gonna stick. May Ray Day, let's make it bright.
Yeah.
We'll chase the sun till day
Come on, Denise.
night. Catch some rays and let them play. Hot, hot, hot in every
I was hoping it would say May. I was hoping it would say May Ray Day.
No.
All right, let's change. All right, let's change it up to this one. You ready? See, I don't like any of those. All right, so let's change this out. Watch this. Hip hop song, male vocals. All right, about May Ray Day needs to say May Ray Day, bay. All right, you ready for this? This is what I love about technology. It allows you to be creative, right? So you just saw me. I clicked that, 5 seconds ago? We're probably now, approaching 10 seconds?
It's loading.
What are we at now? 15 seconds? Okay. Let's just wait a few more. Oh, one of them's ready. Within 30 seconds. Here we go. Here's your new song.
Huntsville heat, it's May Ray Day.
Hold on.
Sunshine blasting in the hottest way.
Here it is.
Humidity dripping like ice cream sway. We're out here living, no work, all play. May Ray Day, day, baby. Catch those rays while we swing and sway. Sweat drops fall, but we
You like this?
parade.
No.
It sounds like Justin Bieber a little bit.
No clouds in our way.
Oh.
The pavement sizzle, the air feels.
No other show in the history of shows produces music like us within 30 seconds.
No.
May Ray Day, bay. It's not a bad day. Paul Oley joining us this morning. Paul, we love you, buddy. It's good to see you. I need to come by and see you. Paul Oley, he's a great man. And Paul has just been a good friend and a friend to many in this community. And, it was really funny because we did one for Paul back in the day. And did you ever hear the one that we did for Paul?
I don't think I heard that.
The Paul Oley song, by far, is the best song you'll ever hear in Huntsville.
All right, let's see.
You ready for that? I'm going to let it play through one because it's my favorite chorus. Paul, this is for you, buddy.
Huntsville nights, neon lights ignite. Paul Oley at the gallery, what a sight. Custom frames, each one with flair. You bring your art, he adds
Here it is.
the care. We love you, Paul, oh yes we do. Your magic touch, you pull us through. Photography that sparks a flame. The gallery, a household name.
See, now that's catchy. And the best phrase, we love you, Paul, oh yes we do. Your magic touch, it pulls us through. Photography, da-da-da-da-da-da. Paul, I hope I worked really hard on that song, buddy. He's a good man. Hey, real quick, wanted to go over, we already know what it's the day of. We've talked about a few of those. Some mornings I do a little bit of prep for this show. Let's be honest, most mornings I do not. I just like to go with the flow.
Not Mondays.
Rush Limbaugh he went on the air for 6 hours a day. 5 or 6 hours a day, and only thing that he knew about what was going to be on the show were his guests, but he said that he did no actual prep work as far as like what he was going to talk about. He just got on and whatever popped into his mind, and he maintained that for decades and was one of the most listened to radio personalities. Now, I'm not saying that we are yet, but Denise and I, we're about to have that show coming up on national radio called D-Pain, Are You Insane with Our Brain. Get it? Because like D-Pain, Insane with Our Brain, Rob Brain. That's it, homie. It's coming. No, it's not. Sorry. A couple of things here that are important today. Today is there's nothing in here that looks. See, Archie Manning, part of the team that gave us Peyton and Eli, 76 years old today. The Manning Manning, what would you call that? Like the
patriarch.
Yeah, the patriarch.
To the Manning
76.
dynasty. Because now one of the kids is coming up too.
Here's the deal. What's the percentage of you getting into the NFL?
I don't know.
Let me just do this real
Are
quick.
we talking about?
Well, I'm gonna ask AI this.
Okay.
What is the percentage of a high schooler getting into the NFL? Okay, I just want to know. And granted, it's AI, so it may not be. It is searching the internet, so it's at least doing some research now. But the likelihood of a high school football player making it to the NFL, extremely low, obviously. It's 0.023%. 0.023%.
Is it thinking they're going straight out of high school?
No, going to college. But that's high school to college. Look at this. Only 7.8%. Now, this is from the National Football Foundation. 7.8% of high school football players advance to play at the collegiate level. And then of those college players, so from college, 1.5% into the NFL. So if you do all that, it really turns out to 0.023% if you're playing in high school.
Yeah.
So here's where I'm getting at. His two sons go to the NFL, right? How? Both of them. See, there's some sort of bloodline in there.
And do very well.
But how? Like you're a product of your environment. So obviously these kids knew a lot about the game. What if you had like 10 sons and they all went to the NFL because you played in the NFL? Is there some bias in there because of who your parents are, or do you?
I'm sure it gets more people to go look at you. Like the scouts will actually go check. But at a certain point, like for the team to actually get you on there, then there's got to be something there.
I wonder how many really good players their children have went on to play in the NFL. I'd like to do some research on that. No, I'm not saying there's anything nefarious about it.
I feel like it's more common now. There definitely were some, but I don't think you heard about it as much. I think now, just because of social media, it's a bigger thing.
Yeah,
it's like the Sanders boys this year. That was a big story. Deion Sanders.
I'm not making it like it's nefarious or anything, or nepotism or anything.
No, but they do have an advantage in the sense that the dad already knows the business.
Well, some pretty sad news this morning, and please put all political bias aside. This is never good news. It doesn't matter what political party you are affiliated with. I don't know if you've heard about this. Former President Joe Biden has been diagnosed with a very aggressive form of prostate cancer. And the prognosis on this is very, very poor. There's some reports that they say this has now metastasized into his bones. And the prognosis on that is 3 to 5 years at most. And so you just hate to hear that. Whether you disliked him or liked him, you never want anybody to have to go through cancer. And he is reviewing treatment options. But I did see an article last night that said that this was a very serious form of, and normally prostate cancer for men is one of the most curable ones. But the problem is if you leave it and let it sit, that's when it becomes a very dangerous form of cancer. Here, just to keep it on the political side, but a little humor on the political side. Trump has said that Taylor Swift stopped being "quote unquote" hot after becoming his enemy. Did you hear about this?
Yes, he put a tweet that she wasn't hot. And he's like, I haven't really heard from her since then.
Oh man, we all know the horrible things that are coming out of things with Sean Diddy Combs now. Justin Bieber has said that he is not among the victims from that. Boy, that is just horrible, the news that is coming out of all of that. Bronze statue of First Lady Melania Trump has been stolen in her native Slovenia after a thief cut that statue from the ankles. And you think about that, though. Here's a lady from Slovenia, another country, getting to be the First Lady. And I think of this, when I thought of this, the first thing I thought of, I'm a huge Spurs fan. Manu Ginobili is from Argentina, one of the big three, the great Spurs players from back in the day. Wasn't even a draft pick, I don't think. It's just the Spurs have been very good over the years of finding guys like Tony Parker and these others that no one had their eyes on. And I think the Spurs have really started the international movement in the NBA. The Spurs always embraced talent that wasn't from here in America, although they did, but they were able to pull in a lot of foreign players and be very successful with them. And now every NBA team is looking for talent like that. But in Argentina, Manu Ginobili is seen as a national hero. And I would think the same in Slovenia with Melania Trump, because here's someone from your country that is the first lady of the United States. Kind of cool to think about that. Let's see here. Charter and Cox Cable. Those are two big companies. We don't have their services here. Although Suddenlink was Cox Communications was bought off by Suddenlink, which became Optimum. Yeah. But Cox retained some of their properties. They're pursuing a $34 billion merger. $34 billion merger. Tommy Lee and wife Brittany Furlan, they've reportedly called it quits after 6 years of marriage. Oh. Wasn't he the one that was like with Pamela Anderson back in the day? I forgot all about all that. Mm-hmm. That was big news back in the day when I was growing up. The 2025 WNBA season officially underway. You ever watch any women's basketball national? I think Caitlin Clark is created the stardom of that.
I did back in the day. I had my favorite players before, and then I just kind of stopped.
You'll like this one. NFL owners vote this week on a proposal that will allow the players to play flag football at the 2028 Summer Olympics. Now, that would be cool to see NFL players playing flag football. Yeah. So that's pretty cool. They're going to vote on that. They should vote yes for it. That would be kind of cool.
Like some of those flag football, like especially now during the All-Star weekends and stuff, like they'll have flag football teams. They are intense. Like especially the women. Those are games.
I had a friend that played flag football, and you're exactly right. Now, the funny thing was all the guys that played on those teams thought that they were like hot talent. Mm-hmm. They were all NFL quality. Because I'd go watch them, and I was like, I need to chill it down a notch,
like
man.
It helps them with the quickness and the move around, but I don't know. Like once you get that first good tackle, I don't know how good you're going to feel.
I quit playing because there was a kid I was running as fast as I could forward, and he was running as fast as I was backwards. And he was laughing at me, pointing as he passed me running backwards. I was like, you punk, Raphael. Coca-Cola, a couple last things here. Coca-Cola has 3 new flavors for you to try.
Oh, boy.
Celestial Spritz. That's another one. Celestial Spritz.
Okay.
Dragon Splash.
Okay.
And Screaming Berry. But here's the kicker. The only place you're able to try them is at Universal Orlando Resort.
So $30 for...
Yeah. Florida has become the second state to ban the addition of fluoride to municipal drinking water. That follows Utah. Mm-hmm. So 2 states now banning fluoride in their drinking water. A couple of other news here. Check this out. Last year, 66,675 complaints were filed against what? 66,675 complaints filed against something in the United States. Airlines. U.S. Airlines.
That seems low.
U.S. Airlines. Southwest had the fewest complaints regarding overall service, although they're getting, them adding, what they say they were going to add first class, and then you're going to be assigned seats. Boy, literally people said, I'm no longer flying Southwest. Calm down. Regarding Frontier had the worst. Regarding mishandled luggage, Allegiant had the fewest complaints, while American had the most in that category. So there you go as far as luggage goes. Did you know 21% of us watch TV regularly with our pet? Mm-hmm. My dog lays on the couch and watches TV. He literally watches TV. He'll bark whenever animals come on the TV. It's very annoying.
I don't know if my cat watches it or if they just want to get in my way of watching it. Because they'll lay in front of me. Like if I'm laying down watching it, they'll lay in front of me. Facing that way. So I feel like it's more of a impeding my enjoyment.
I think if the dogs bark at the TV, does a cat meow and hiss at it if it sees something? Are cats that smart?
Yeah, cats are smart.
My dogs bark and go nuts whenever they see things. They watch the TV and they go absolutely bonkers over the TV. Both of them. And Mac, there used to be this thing called Dog TV, and there was this little commercial this little video of dogs playing in a park, and they would throw a ball. Well, Mac, when they'd throw it and it went off the screen, he'd think that it went on the side, and he'd run around the house looking for it. But there was this little annoying song when it came on at the beginning. It would go, hoo, hoo, dung, 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 dung. So if I make that noise, hoo, hoo, Mac looks at the TV and starts barking. And I'll say, do you want to see your friends? And he'll look at they took it off of YouTube, though.
Aww.
That was his favorite video. A couple of final things here. Recent study shows that August is the deadliest month in which to drive, and Saturday is the most perilous day. So do not drive on Saturdays in August, is what this is telling us. Tests prove when it comes to hammering nails, guess who's more accurate?
Women.
Women are more accurate at hammering nails than men. A recent study also shows that a brisk 15-minute stroll kills off cravings for your sweet tooth. So the next time you're craving a little cake, because I'm craving it after seeing that chocolate cake a while ago, I'll go on a 15-minute stroll.
Take a little walk.
Actually, here's what you could do. Take a 15-minute stroll while you eat the cake.
And you're burning the calories.
Yeah, it's like you're doing nothing then, you know. It evens out, right? That's all I've got for today on those things. Let's head over to the 0 Degree Creations phone and text. Oh, it used to be 0 Degree Creations. See, this is why the sponsorship works.
It does.
Because I never forget.
It works on you, too.
Yeah, let's head over. We got a winner today of Cafe Texan. I just made the same noise as the tone.
Good morning.
Yes, who is this? This is Mr.
This is Grandma Carolyn.
Well, Grandma Carolyn, this is Mr. Hip from Biola Battery, Louisiana. How you doing?
I am doing all right this morning.
What was it, Alabama, Biola Battery? Did you ever watch Forrest Gump, Miss Gibson?
Yes, I did.
Did you like it?
I did.
Yeah, that's one of my all-time favorite movies. Wasn't it? Wasn't it? I think it was. I think Bubba Gump was from Biola Battery. Bubba. Not Bubba Gump, but Bubba. I think you from Biola Battery, Louisiana.
I believe you're right.
Biola Battery. That sounds like something my grandmother would say because she called batteries batteries back in the day, Miss Gibson.
Battery?
Yeah, battery.
Mhm.
So that was where you buy low-priced batteries in Biola Battery, Louisiana. That's why they called it that. That's where Duracell makes low-end batteries there. So there you go. Well, Miss Gibson, how are you doing? Good to hear from you today. The grandmother of Huntsville on the line. How are you doing?
I'm doing all right. Mhm.
Well,
I love having my coffee and listening to you nearly every morning.
Well, I hope we keep you entertained. You know, we're 520 episodes into this, so thank you for hanging on with us, all right?
And I look forward now to going to the Texan and getting some of Rick's bacon.
Well, you've won it. You've won it, so congratulations. Hey, you know how we always do on the show. Denise is with us from Walker County Federal Credit Union, and she has a question for you.
Now, Miss Carolyn,
Okay.
what are you thankful for today?
Oh, I'm thankful for the sunshine. I've been down a few days with some bronchitis. Looking forward to finally getting out and enjoying this beautiful town.
Yes, ma'am. Well, amen. Well, hey, God bless you, and we appreciate you very much, Carolyn, and we'll have that card ready for
Okay.
pickup, okay?
Okay, thank you very much.
You're welcome. Have a blessed
Goodbye.
day. Bye-bye.
All right, now you go. Bye.
That lady is one of the sweetest ladies. Have you ever met her?
No, I've never met her in person.
She earned the title Grandmother of Huntsville from this show. So, all right. Well, before we go, I kept you waiting all day long. Baby Bottle Boomerang is going on right now. And you may see some of these around town. Care Center Huntsville, now through Father's Day, this is one of their fundraisers that they do to help raise money for the Care Center. It's got a little slot here
Saw that.
where you could put coins in. So the idea is to fill the bottle with coins or checks. You can put cash checks or coins in here. Checks can be made out to Care Center Huntsville. But if you would like to participate in this, now we're going to benefit Care Center Huntsville during our Raise of Hope. We did that last year. We brought them on. We're doing it again this year. But if you'd like to go ahead and jumpstart that, feel free to come by first here Monday through Thursday, 9 to 3, pick up a bottle and fill it. And then you can either bring it back here to the church or you can take it directly over to Care Center Huntsville. But this is a great way to support the Care Center and all that they do to help families whenever they've got little ones on the way or afterwards. It's a great organization. Jackie Barham over there. Our pastor, Jason Bay, is on the board now. with Care Center, but we just love that organization and all that they do. So it's Baby Bottle Boomerang. And someone had messaged me the other day, and they didn't mean anything negative by this, but they, with our Raise of Hope, they said, well, why don't we give to the organizations directly? And I said, well, feel free to.
Absolutely.
Yeah, feel free
you can
to.
do that all year long.
They were asking what's the benefit of doing it through the Raise of Hope besides getting a swag bag. I think the benefit of doing it through our event and all the proceeds, we don't keep any of the proceeds. It all goes back to the event and also because there's costs that are involved in getting the shirts made and all that. And then everything left over we give back to these nonprofits. But the benefit of waiting until then is, one, you get to be part of community. Mm-hmm. And so when we have this event, it's really neat because people get to come together. It gives businesses an opportunity to showcase why they're involved in the community and in nonprofits. Mm-hmm. And so I think that, and the biggest thing is it just brings awareness to these organizations. That's how we got connected with Care Center. I didn't know the Care Center existed, to be honest. And somebody said, hey, there's a lot of organizations that get support. One of them that we don't see a lot of is Care Center. Mm-hmm. Would you mind reaching out to them? And we did, developed a great friendship, and now that is an organization that we've really enjoyed partnering with over the years to help them. So those are the benefits, just to bring awareness and to bring people together. Now, if you want to give directly, by all means, do it. Go give directly. We would never tell you to not give directly. But otherwise, you can give through Raise of Hope. That will be on Thursday, June the 5th from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. at the HEB parking lot. So we can't wait for that event, and hopefully it will not rain this year. It didn't rain last year, but one year we did get some rain showers. So that's it. Denise, real quick before we go, thank you for being with us. Tell people about the cred over at Walker County Federal Credit Union. What's the cred on the street right now?
We're staying busy. Everybody's coming in, just business as usual. We have a lot of. I feel like we've had a lot of small businesses starting up. Like people are starting up their own businesses, which is amazing to see. They're wanting to work for themselves, so that's great. And earlier we were talking about that's definitely. I always encourage people to go to the chamber events. I'm like, if you're not sure, like, here's the next event that's coming up. Just come by and see. Mm-hmm. I think it'll change your mind. And then also, if they're brand new, they're starting up, I send them to the SBDC a lot. And I'm like, that is a great resource. I always have some of their little cards and stuff in my office to refer them over there. And I know they've helped a lot of these people. So that's always really great to see. I feel like there's a lot of small businesses people are starting up and doing their own thing. So it's nice to see, and they're so excited to start their own, it's like their new chapter. They're starting their own stuff. So it's exciting for me to see it because I get to see them like start from the ground up. So that's kind of nice on my part. But other than that, business as usual. Summer's coming up, so there's definitely going to be some expenses. Come by and see us. If you're ready to get that new car, or you got a student going off to college and they need to get that financing, definitely come see us. Or if you want to get maybe a boat or an RV to enjoy the summer, call Karen. She'll get you hooked up.
Yeah, she'll get you hooked up. Great interest rates, and they will take great care of you. Also, a little debt consolidation loan. If you need to do that, they help me out. And that alone is saving me a good amount of money each month. So, it's a big chunk that I got to pay each month, but when I added it up, I was like, I'm paying double this, paying without that consolidation. Yeah. I know Dave Ramsey's against that. He's like, well, you just need to pay. Dave, what's that old country song? Dave, I ain't as want as I once was.
Oh, yeah.
Dave. Sorry, Dave, it worked for me on this one. So
no, you're cutting the interest right down, and unfortunately what you're doing, especially when it comes to cards, you're just paying the interest. You're not actually paying down the interest or the principal. So when you get those consolidated, you're paying principal and interest. So the principal is the important part. So that means there's an end in sight. You're not just kind of rotating and just keeping it going.
And don't let your credit scores, thwart you from at least even seeing if you can do something. Because my credit scores were not the greatest. They weren't terrible, but they weren't the greatest. And you guys had a program in place to help me when I didn't think I could even get a loan. There was no special treatment there. You guys have a formula that you have to go off of, and you follow that. But y'all did have a program in place for me. I had to pay a little bit more, and there's some security kind of attached to that. I guess insurance, if you like a debt insurance type deal. But even with all of that, it's still way cheaper than me paying everything individually. Yeah. And we got into that trouble. Life happens, right? And we got into trouble when we first moved back here from Fargo. We were doing great, and then when we came back here, there was about 8 to 10 months where we didn't have sufficient income coming in. And so, of course, everything went through the roof. And before we realized it, I was like, I got us in a world of trouble. But you guys helped us, got us on the right path. And that's what Walker County Federal is going to do. They're not just some credit union that wants to have an account and have you give money to them so they can loan it out. They really do want to see you succeed. Now, it's up to you to make sure that you do what you need to do, but they want to see the best for you. They have the tools and the services to help you achieve what your goals are. So go by and see them. Walker County Federal Credit Union, right there on Normal Park. And you know what I love best about you guys? Y'all don't need a bunch of locations.
Nope.
And that, let me say this. Before I knew y'all, and I was looking, that was one thing that deterred me. And I'm just going to say this because I think someone out there is saying,
too small.
Yeah, I said, oh, man, they're too small. They can't handle what I need. And then once I talked to somebody, I think it was Brian Adams, who has an account with you guys. And Brian was my analyst when I was calling games. And Brian said, man, these people are so great over here. They do everything that I need. And I was like, really? They're just one location. He goes, it don't matter. And then I got to know y'all. And I said, man, y'all have everything that all the big boys have. But and I love it because whenever you only have that one location, that means you got less overhead. So you're not having to do all these extra things and charge all these fees and do all this stuff just to make sure that you can support the building. Yeah. The organization is able to support itself because of the membership and people genuinely care.
Yeah.
So,
and that's, we're another nonprofit. We're not trying to make money. Like it's nonprofit. Anything that's made, it goes right back in. So, I mean, we're not there to see how much extra we can make. That's not the point of it. That's not why credit unions were made. So it definitely makes a difference.
Denise ain't rolling in a Rolls Royce yet. Now, one day when she's VIP, then it's going to happen.
I'm just going to be in the back seat. I can't drive myself anymore at this point.
I'll be your driver if you ever get to that point, okay?
Yes.
Just pay me $100 a year and we'll call it even, all right? There we go. Well, hey, friends, it's been a fun day. We'll be back at it tomorrow. Big thank you to Cassidy Gutierrez and our friends at the Huntsville Walker County Chamber of Commerce. Make sure that you go to their website, check out the events. Tomorrow, how about Johnny Holland joining the show? Johnny's a great man, doing a lot in the community, and he is going to be talking about a very important construction project happening over at the American Legion, Sam Houston Post 95. Johnny used to have a car dealership here for many, many years in Huntsville. He's a Bearcat alum and just an overall excellent person and human here for our community. And I'm excited to have him on sharing what they're doing at the Legion. So make sure to join us tomorrow. We'll be here with Jason Thompson of Guardian Defense. And as the week goes on, nothing on Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday yet. So if you know of anybody, well, let me take this back. Thursday and Friday, we may not have a show. I'm not sure yet because I've got graduation in Belton, and that's going to be really hard for me to swing that. So we may have a recorded show on Thursday and Friday. But for sure, Wednesday, if you know of somebody who wants to hop on the show, let us know. Michelle Cardenas joining us. Good morning, Michelle, all the way from Austin, Texas, the governor's office.
I know,
chiming
so
in.
fancy over there now.
Robert Kane, good to see you. Mr. Bob, El Turpening, Paul Oley, Ella Jones joining us here today. Great to see you, Ella. My sister Rebecca, Quentin Glaze, Christine, the Horn family, Sky Carlton over Deep Clean, Texas, Autumn Wheaton, Philip, many, many people. I didn't get a chance to read them all, but thank you all for being with us. As I end every show reminding you this morning, we're not strong enough alone to make it on our own. We need each other. So please provide a word of encouragement. Lend a hand to support. Somebody out there needs you. I'll end with that commercial. We want to see you on Wednesday, but we also want to see you here at First for Memorial Day this Sunday. Jeremy Stallnecker from the Mighty Oaks Foundation will be here. Service is open to everybody, of course, anytime, regardless, but especially veterans. We'd love to see you on Sunday here at First. Until then, good morning, Huntsville, and God bless. We'll see you later. See you, Denise.
Bye.
Hello, First Baptist Huntsville. This is Jeremy Stallnecker with the Mighty Oaks Foundation, and I'm sitting in my home studio today recording some different things for our organization. But I wanted to stop quickly and say hello and tell you how excited I am to be with you on May 25th. That is Sunday of Memorial Day weekend, and we're going to have a wonderful time together. I feel very honored to be able to spend this time with you. As you know, this is an important weekend, a very important holiday, as we remember the sacrifices of the men and women who've gone before us, those who gave their lives, paid the ultimate sacrifice that we could enjoy the freedoms that we do. Very, very important time, and I am excited to be able to spend that time with you. We're going to talk about Memorial Day, what it means, why it's important, and how we can live our lives in light of the sacrifices made by others. Again, very excited to be with you this Memorial Day weekend, Sunday, May 25th.